Hey everybody. Yes, I am sitting still. Look, imagine that. I'm not out running around. I'm just in here sitting still. How was everybody's weekend? Mine was interesting. For sure. Mine was interesting. I'm still learning how to do this. 007 heist. Hey. I don't know how to add him. I wanted to jump on to talk about my upcoming event. I have a lot of stuff going on in July. For sure, a lot of stuff happening. But I got some exciting news. I got a special guest that's going to be joining me on July 23rd. Yeah, so July 23rd is going to be my Naturally Armed Community Range Day. I'm going to be back at WeShoot in Lakewood, New Jersey, but I'm not going to be alone. Look who just
What's going
joined.
on? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on?
Not too much, not too much. Enjoying this little rain sprinkle
Sprinkle,
right
sprinkle.
now.
Yeah, you run around. I swear you run around more than I do. I don't even know where you get the energy from. What was you
It's
doing today?
well, I've been everywhere. I worked the detail.
Okay.
I forced on for this training academy to just kind of see what the building people did, so we could have our hopeful soft grand opening August 1st. But
Ooh.
now we just need them to get some AC, cause I mean we could do some things, but we need the AC.
Yeah, that AC is critical. You're gonna have
Oh
people passing out.
yeah, because it was hot. But
Okay.
yeah, now I'm on patrol, so just relaxing.
Okay. Okay. I hope my invitation is in the mail for the soft opening
Oh yeah, I got you. I
presentation.
got you. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
I'm looking
Like
forward to it.
I haven't actually posted none of the real videos yet. I need to. I know we posted them on the Pifta page, the Force and Force training page, but I haven't really posted them because I was focused on Summerfest. But I'm actually gonna start posting both of them
I know Summerfest sounds so much fun. I can't get there, but that's all right. That's all right. We're gonna have some fun a little bit
next
closer to
year.
home.
Next year might be a little closer.
A little bit, a little bit. That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
We working on some things.
Okay.
Cause,
Ah,
'cause everybody was asking, like, you keep doing all this cool stuff, but it's never around here. I'm like, I know.
well, that's all right. You got to give the people what they want. You got to give the people what they want. And I vote for a little bit closer to home, up north next year, please.
Yeah, I think we might have, it's actually a range in PA. It's not, I mean, driving wise, it is closer. It'd be like a 4 hour trip as opposed to like a 12 and a half hour trip.
That's
But
closer.
yeah, it's definitely, I just got to talk to them and get all of the details worked out and see what they want so I can start talking to the vendors. But
Okay.
as soon as the 19th comes, on my way back home after Summerfest,
Uh-huh.
I start talking locations for Summerfest for next year.
I
So
love it. I love it.
it's definitely a process, a lot of work.
Well, I'm in. All you got to do, just let me know. Whatever
I
I can
got
do. I am definitely in it because I will put it on my calendar to be
you.
there.
It's gonna be great. I might. We're trying to decide. I think even if it's the place I'm looking at, one is in PA and one is in Maryland. Actually, two are in PA and one is in Maryland.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
I'm gonna see what all places are talking about, which make the most sense. Cause I always want to do something that's epic, but one of the ranges in PA, we could do some crazy stuff. So I'm hoping it goes through with them, cause we could do some. So our VIP shoot is going to be insane next year.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want to do the most craziest, insane stuff because I'm in Jersey and that's a negative, negative over here.
It's so many people I had come over from Jersey to do the machine gun experience.
Yeah, it's like you got to do it at least once.
Yeah, it was one range in Jersey that was like, they told me I could definitely do it. Um, but then it was just like, yeah, just send us a copy of your FFL, the SOT.
Right. You know.
And I'm like, all right, so you're gonna let me, because one of my clients from Cali was doing a movie or TV show over here in North Jersey.
Okay.
She wanted to shoot, and I'm like, well, if I send it, can I bring it tonight? And they're like, well, we need like a day or two. I'm like, y'all trying to verify, bro. That's gonna take too
Uh,
long.
you just
I was like,
is.
it's cool, don't worry about it. We'll just come and shoot.
Yeah, yeah. Jersey has its own set of challenges, and that's me being nice, saying challenges.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Yeah,
a lot of progress thanks to the Supreme Court because now people can carry a gun without a reason that they feel makes sense. So
yeah.
we got that progress. Now it's just the
The next
rest.
thing is the sensitive places, man. The sensitive places.
Everything is just
Everything is sensitive. Oh, nope, 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 nope. I'm excited about the vampire ruling. That was interesting because that's definitely going to have a huge impact in Jersey, everywhere. But since
oh,
I'm most of the time in Jersey, that's what I am. But what impacts one of us impacts all of us. So it is exciting right now to see
100%.
exactly how that's going to play out.
Yeah, Jersey is definitely getting better. Well, I mean, it's not like they're choosing to. Their hand was forced by the Supreme Court. So I think, and that's one of the things I always tell people. Like when you start voting, and I don't do politics. Let me be clear and say I don't do politics. However,
Hmm.
you need to vote for people that align with things you want. Now, you're not going to get a straight W for everything,
Right.
but some things had to make sense. Like with politicians saying, "Oh, we need to ban the AR-15. We need to do this, do that."
Uh,
Well, why does your team still have access to it? If it's such a bad thing, why does your security team still have access to it?
I agree 100%, but I'm gonna take it a step further. Yeah, they when you vote for them, they align, but then you have to hold them accountable once they get in office.
Exactly.
That means being present when they're having events. That means being when it's time to testify. That means when they're having whatever they have going on, that you are there front and center, making sure that your thoughts and your viewpoints are heard. Because the politicians, the way that it was designed, is they're supposed to represent the people.
Yep.
Constitution was put there to ensure that that was happening, but for some strange reasons, they found a way to flip it and have begun to use the Constitution in many ways against the people when it's meant to ensure that government stays in check. So whatever it is you do, whoever you vote for, however it falls, you got to hold them accountable because they always in your face, knocking on the doors, asking for money, asking for your votes. Then they get in there, then what?
Then they
So
forget.
yep, they forget. So we got to make sure that we stay present and we remind them
Yep.
on a
100%.
regular basis.
Show up. And this is the biggest thing I always tell people. Like showing up is important because you had that presence where they like, all right, at some point you gonna have to do something.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it matters so much because and a lot of people don't look at it like, oh yeah, this doesn't matter if I do this, and you'll be surprised by showing up at little local events of how much you can get trees shaking that eventually just go up the chain. Because when people know like, oh, all right, these people are unhappy, and it
Right.
might start with city council and then
Absolutely.
start going up the chain, and then it's like, oh well, I like my job. So if these people keep popping out and they're unhappy, I might not have this job. So then it starts to create that need for them to kind of do what they said they were going to do and please the people because technically they are there in our best interest, but
Yeah.
they
Applying
work.
pressure is applying pressure. That's really what it has to be. And you, like you said, it has to start locally. And a lot of times people think they got to do some grand gesture when it comes to that. Stop thinking over here. Think about in your own backyard, like your
Yep.
town council, municipal council. You need to know who your council people are. Get familiar with them. They're right there in your backyard. Start there. Then you
Oh
go
yeah.
at your county level, then you go at your state level. All of those things are readily available and for you. Interesting enough, most of the people, they have their websites, they have their open office hours, they have the telephone numbers, and they're on their website. It's public information. But so many people don't know that this information is right there. It's right there. I'm telling you. A quick Google search, you will find out exactly who is responsible for your area, and then you get very familiar with them. Give them a call, shoot them an email, send them a message. Just get involved. Let them know who they are actually representing, because sometimes they forget in the
Oh,
hustle and bustle of what they're doing. It's our job to remind them and hold them
exactly.
accountable for what we elected them for.
Especially in the black and brown communities.
Talk about it. Talk about it. That is so important, and it expands far past just firearms. The
Yep.
Second Amendment is one of the areas. It's everything under the sun, and we need to be visible. Our voices need to be heard in terms of what's impacting our community. So you can start with the Second Amendment, but it spreads across the board.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
And stop thinking that your voice doesn't matter. Because it's a lot of people that individually will go out and shake that tree hard enough
mhm.
that the people listen. Because every time it's a town hall, they there. They're
Yeah,
loud. They're asking questions. They're holding people accountable. So the numbers with all of that actually just help more. So it's one of those things where we definitely need to start being more present and holding people accountable.
absolutely, absolutely. One of the things I find, the presence is important, but people still like, does it matter? Does my voice matter? It does. Every voice matters. And when you go and you speak at these events, you go and you get on the mic. Interestingly enough, a lot of them, COVID did one thing, letting people know that you can still do stuff virtually. So a lot of these town halls, they're still running virtual. So even if you can't get in there because life is life and you got to be home and you're cooking, you're doing whatever, you can still jump on. You can still register your name, register your concern, and be heard. And you doing that one time, that those two times, somebody else out in the community, even closer to home, your kids are seeing you stepping forward, standing up, seeing Americans stand up, speak up for what's important. And that impacts so much greater than some of these big gestures that people think that they have to do. When our kids see us doing these things, they're going to
That's
remember it. They act like they don't see us or hear us, but they hear us and they're watching us. So if they see us standing up, speaking up, we're creating that pathway for that next generation, because we got to keep fighting for these freedoms, because one and done is never going to do it, especially for us. So the fight is every day.
yeah, and I mean, especially people gotta understand is black and brown people. You're not always gonna get that same luxury of the benefit of the doubt as some of our other counterparts per se. So might be in your best interest to show up, regardless of what other people doing. Do it for you. Do it for your kids.
Yeah,
Do it for your family. There's always a reason that whatever your call to action may be,
right.
find it and execute.
I love it. I love it. I say it all the time. Find your why, cultivate it, and just let it rip after that. Uh, so, sir, let me tell you about July, because I don't like to sit still. I've been ripping and running since January 1st. But July is my birthday month. Leo season
Okay.
is coming. So every I got introduced to firearms actually on my birthday. So every year since then, I decided that I'm going to do a range event, encouraging women. And men are invited. Men are always invited to come out and get introduced to firearms in a safe, inviting way. So I have a sponsor. Shout out to WeShoot in Lakewood, New Jersey. They are hosting my community range event July 23rd. So,
It's gonna be lit. Y'all don't want to miss it. Come out.
are you going to be there?
I will be there. It's gonna be a good time, and I'm gonna bring some. I'm gonna bring some nice 2011s out.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, it's about just And I tell people this is beginner friendly. If you're a seasoned shooter, it's about coming out. It's about building community so that you know that you're not by yourself. Whatever question you might have, you might find a new range buddy, a new shooting buddy, a new shopping buddy. You never know.
That part.
Yeah, that part. Just come on out. The range is awesome. We got a whole content creation area, so you and me, we're gonna get in there and make some magic.
Oh yeah, that's
And
lit.
yeah,
Most
and
ranges
this
don't
year,
even have that. That's creative.
wait till you see it. Wait till you see it. Shout out to that the videographer and photographer Kyle. That's my specially assigned photographer. It's a good time. It is a good time. The classroom space is wonderful. The range is clean. They do outdoor content creation. They
Hold it.
host classes.
60 pairs of shoes from Ross.
What
60 pairs of shoes.
did you? What we doing?
Dude just came over here and told me, Shari, you crossed the street.
Oh, not our problem then.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
They want
He
that
said
taser.
he
Eh?
working.
How much they cost?
Like 700, 800.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can get you one though.
All right.
Can I get a 10 and a half?
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we
Thank
we out here working a little bit. People acting up. Now that the rain stopped.
Oh, of course, of course, of course. Yeah. Um, but yeah, we gonna have a good time.
I
Yeah.
get to see the outdoor and indoor content area is unique. I
Yeah.
think more rangers need to adopt that because people don't understand. I mean, some rangers do understand the power of social media,
Mhm.
but they look at it a lot of times as trying to compete with other rangers, which, I mean, it makes sense because you want to be seen. And the more you're seen, the more people will come out and check you out as long as, your staff is friendly, things of that nature. People get treated good, they'll want to come back. But I think content areas are super important because it'll make people want to take pictures. People
Right.
could share, tag your range, increase the exposure.
Mhm. They
So,
have gone past like like the step and repeat. A lot of ranges have the step and repeat. It's past that. It's past that. We got
yeah,
some educational videos coming up. They do product reviews. Yeah, they're pretty open. It's a nice, responsive area, and they're welcoming to brand new shooters. So
that's
you're
super
welcome.
important.
I'm gonna be
That,
there. Yeah, so
that's
they're a good
that's that's super
sponsor.
important,
Yeah.
especially for a lot of the ladies. Because I've done classes,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the biggest thing for ladies is going to a range where, especially minority women, going to a range where everybody behind the counter don't look like them. So
Mm-hmm.
them being extra friendly and not some super hardcore military just came home like 3 months ago intensity
Yeah.
and just having a warm welcoming environment makes it better.
Oh yeah. I've been fortunate. Just about every range. And the difference is, I don't care. I'm comfortable just about in every space, but I know everybody isn't.
Right.
Women, especially if you're just getting started. Men too, but women especially. When you go in, it can be very intimidating if you don't see somebody that reflects you, and
Mhm.
that means younger women, older women, because sometimes people get to a certain age and they think it's too late for them. It's never too late.
Nah.
Firearms is one of those things. It doesn't know if you're a man or a woman. It doesn't know how old you are. You can do this. So yes, having a space like that, that's part of the reason why I got into it, because I didn't see anyone that reflected me. Not that they weren't there, I just didn't see it. That's why that social media component is very important. And New
Oh
Jersey is a different animal. It's a different animal. The advocacy component, we strong here with the advocacy. We have no choice.
yeah.
But
Right.
but having those visuals, Tony Simon is out here big. You got Anthony Calandro, Gun for Hire. You got SC
I heard of
Arms.
him.
Ooh, shout out to SC Arms. You like all of those nice designs, and Sarah Cohen, SC Arms is another sponsor of mine. They got it all. It's like you walk in there, you just walk into
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna send you
I
that
might,
information.
I might have to check them out because I gotta. I want to work with some new people on a 2011 project. I want to get some stuff done to a gun that I'm about to pick up. So
SC Arms in Jamesburg, you definitely got to check them out. I'm gonna be doing an event down there August 15th. It's like a concierge shopping experience because once you get your paperwork, now you gotta go shopping. And just like you said, you go into that store, they don't always mean harm, but they just don't know. The people behind the counter, they still working. So
yep,
trying to meet you in the middle, help you know what to ask, what you're looking for, just to have a good experience. So
exactly. And
yeah,
to be clear, everybody that works at a gun shop is not an instructor.
it's
And a
just
lot
true.
of them aren't super knowledgeable gun people. There are a lot of people that are just there for a job,
Yep. And
and
then
they
you have
got
some people
hired.
that just love being around guns.
Yep,
You got
and
some of
that's why
those too.
they're there. And a lot of those might be those hardcore. Yeah, you need this, and this is gonna be the one for you. Like
It's about
maybe,
balance.
right?
It's about balance. So that's why it's important. That's why I'm doing this experience so that people here's some questions how you navigate. How you might do it. The same way you know how to go shopping for that refrigerator, those shoes. We're just gonna help you with some tools, some questions, so you know how to move in that space. Because it's your money. You don't have to spend your money any place you don't want to. I just want to help give you some tools so that you can make the best purchase possible for you. Because the best gun for me is not the best gun for you, and vice versa. So yeah, we're
Exactly.
gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. But yeah, July
Exactly.
23rd, I'm excited because it's
Damn.
also my last year I did my first calendar photo shoot. It was like a real people that shoot. So this year, last year Liberty Safe was my sponsor. This year, WeShoot is sponsoring me. So in combination of being my birthday, a range outing, it's also going to be a photo shoot for the this year's calendar. So come on, come pretty, come ready, take some photos. We're gonna have a good time. So
It's gonna be
yes.
lit. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. I can't wait to shoot some of your stuff.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
See, I don't use. I might have to reach out to them see if they let me bring the machine gun out.
I yeah, I'm gonna give you the contact information offline. Marking them, they're good people, but I'm gonna let y'all handle out what those logistics look like. But they would be super excited to make that happen.
Yeah, I'm surprised. It's so crazy because ranges in Jersey have the capability to do it with an SOT, but I think a lot of the people that get into it, they just don't know.
Yeah. Sometimes they just need the idea to be presented, and then to have solid, credible people doing it. Because somebody else could have presented the idea and be like, because it's still a business. But if you have credible people that's bringing this to you and going to make sure that it runs smoothly and it promotes safety, your business, and brings people in, I think most businesses will be aligned with that. So you
Yeah.
and me, I think it's going to work just fine.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
And it's something different, especially that's one of those things in Jersey that like it's like forbidden fruit. One of my buddies that lives in Jersey. He came over to an event I had with my suppressor company that I'm sponsored by, and he was having fun. I was like, "You enjoy shooting this?" He was like, "Man," he's like, "I'm from Jersey. I shouldn't even be looking at these things." He's like, "I might get a ticket."
Stop it. Anytime I get a chance to shoot something suppressed, I'm all over it.
Oh yeah, and that's how we always try to do events like that. Just because people get the experience, and a lot of people think suppressors are illegal still, and have no idea. So it's just more so about coming out, educating people about them.
Oh yeah, for
Unfortunately,
sure.
if you live in Jersey, it's not in
Wah,
the
wah.
cards right now.
Yeah, it's not in the
Even
cards.
though I think that some of the stuff with when people start taking things up to the Supreme Court, I feel as though that could be one of those things that people are shaking the tree for that. Just because, like, I could get you banning certain things,
No, no.
but that's not even a firearm. It's just it's
Right.
for hearing protection.
I think
realistic.
that's a critical part because the media and certain agendas have put it out that it's this.
Hmm.
It's a silencer. It's for assassins. It's for no. It's to protect hearing. I should
Right.
not have to sacrifice my ears to exercise my right.
Exactly. And contrary to popular belief, they do make noise. It may not be a lot of noise, but they make noise.
Yeah, it's still some noise. It's still some noise there, but it is definitely a different experience
Oh
than
yeah.
without it. And I feel everybody needs to experience it at least once so that you have something to compare it to. Anything that you're having an argument about or you're totally against, or if you're totally for something, you need to have at least experienced it so that you have a reference point when you're speaking about it, for or against. So everybody needs to shoot suppressed at least once. It's like a
Oh yeah.
given. It's a
I
given.
mean, I mean, definitely, if they're down for it, I would totally bring some stuff out.
No, 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 for sure. Um, I'm gonna set up a call and connect and see how we can make whatever behind the scenes happen because I want this to be like the best experience ever for the people that come over. I still have people come over from Pennsylvania. I've had people come over from New York because they'll be like, we've
New
been
York.
looking, we've been looking for something like this. We've been looking for you. I was like, well, here I am. I'm right here.
I've actually had people come from New York to train with me. It's crazy because they know that I'm not coming up there. So
Don't be like that. Don't be like that.
the medium ground is possibly Jersey, but yeah, New York is just. And I mean, now it's a little bit better. I mean, because you could actually get your concealed carry in New York too. But it's just I don't go up there, and then once again, everything's a sensitive area. So it's just I have the right to carry my gun while I'm in my car. So that means I got to get back to my car if something happens.
And then you start a whole other series of events because it's
Hmm.
going to be, oh, you got to your car, you should have just drove away. It's just a whole bunch of things that come with all of that, and I get it. Staying where it makes sense.
Oh
Staying
yeah.
where it makes sense.
But see, it's like this is one of the things, and it's so crazy. Like even especially in the instructor space, um, where I've heard people say, "Oh, you don't want to do this," and da 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 da, and I get the baseline of why they're telling people they don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
In reality, they should definitely be doing that because, and that's why I say sometimes it happens. Like when you've experienced real and you understand real life violence, what you teach people comes from a different perspective because we're so, and this is one of the things that you probably said too. I see more people in class that are scared to go to jail, more scared to go to jail than to go to the morgue, which is mind-boggling to me. Because if you go to the morgue, that's done deal. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
You go to court, you have a jury. If what you did was legally justifiable and you can or have your lawyer articulate it,
Have the money to have a lawyer
yeah.
that can articulate it. Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you in Jersey, some of the Jersey is crazy. They didn't try to keep all of the organizations out of there to
Yeah,
protect people, minus U.S. Law Shield.
right.
Shameless plug, and I get nothing from them, but I just like people to be protected. So,
Yeah, to have and utilize whatever resources are available. U.S. Law Shield for sure. I recommend people have, but I also recommend that everybody take a civics course. Because you can be an instructor, a firearms instructor, but you're not necessarily an advocate. You're not necessarily a person who speaks about civics and civic engagement. And that's not to say that's a bad thing, but those are things as a responsible firearms owner, you need to be well versed in on a
mhm.
regular basis. It's not I take a class one time and then I'm done. No, you got to have all of those pieces, all those tools in your toolbox because if something happens, you don't get to plead ignorance. We don't. And especially we do not get to plead ignorance. So making sure to be in contact with individuals that's what they do. That's what they
Yep.
do. I make sure to introduce those things when I have events. And I tell people I am not an attorney, but I have resources to connect you with And you need to do that because the minute you pick that firearm up, you're responsible for any and everything that happens relating to that firearm. So you need to be as well educated and informed as possible.
Yep, Joe Q, you're right. It's about the jury. Know your state and municipal law.
Yes, yes, absolutely,
As long as
absolutely.
you're staying within the lines of the law, you're typically good. Unless you have a DA that's just trying to prove a point. And it might be rough, but if you got some legal protection and some coins saved up, you'll be all right.
Yeah. I talk about that, but I also talk about everything before then because I tell people the firearm is the last step. So, situational awareness, imminent threat
Uh-huh.
detection, using your voice, having all of those things in place, your personal protection plan, those things are so critical. And the firearm is amazing and it's a wonderful tool, best we ever invented, but it's the
If you
last
can get
stop.
to it.
Yep, we got to get to it.
That's what people don't understand. Like, yeah, if you can get to it, nobody's just gonna let you get to it. So
Like, wait. Okay, go ahead. Go get your gun to
when
stop
that
me
real
from
life
doing what I'm about to
pressure,
do.
when that real life pressure get applied, it hits a little different because a lot of people don't understand that. Like, you have to train to the point with certain things where it becomes second nature. Because otherwise, and people say like, oh yeah, well, and this, and you're just gonna react. No, in real life, you fall to your training. So if you train a lot, you might be okay. If you barely train, you may not be okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you go into that. You walking around in La La Land, cold white. Then something happened. You in cold black. y- That's a normal thing for people who don't train on a regular, who don't practice what it is that they need to do, whatever their plan is. And your plan may not be the gun. I'm not telling you that it needs to be. I recommend that at some point it should be, but whatever your plan is, you got to train like that. Is your life
100%.
because it is. Yeah.
Force continuum, yep, and force escalation.
Yep. Yeah, I will be coming to take some of your courses, sir. Soon as you open up.
Yeah, Joe Q actually just did something with my man Tom, Surplus Army,
Okay.
and Integrity Firearms. I forgot where they did it at. It was a nice little rifle recce course. It was real dope.
All right.
I
Yeah.
was running around, so I didn't have a chance to get in it, but it's definitely a dope course.
Yeah. I got to get in as many things that I can get into to roll around in the dirt for some force on force because it's going to be like that. It's not going to be stationary. It's not going to be clean and air conditioned. It's going to be real life. So
Oh
I
yeah,
want to incorporate that into my regular training so I can bring those things and those experiences back to the people that come to my events.
yep. And that's one of the biggest things too, because the way that people usually think things are gonna happen, it will never go that way.
No.
It never. It's like Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan so they get punched in the face,
Mm-hmm.
and then that plan typically change.
Yeah.
So once you get used to certain things, even with the force on force, like a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm gonna go in here and do this and do that. And when we put you in there by yourself and we teach you stuff, a lot of people want to move fast, and people don't understand it. In CQB, especially if you're by yourself, you're not really doing anything but surviving. And another thing is, we always telling people, don't be in a rush to die. So you start picking these gems up, and then everybody's like, "Oh, I'm fast." Okay. So then when it comes back and it's their time to go in there, and we be like, "Yeah, it's two people in there with a gun." All of that speed drops because now it's a little bit more real.
Yeah.
And
I
then when
had a
people,
I went down to We the People with Fred and Shelton
oh
and them.
yeah,
Yeah, and
that's
Colin. So
that's my guy.
they good people. Fred is awesome.
Fred is my guy. That's the one I really know. Um,
Yeah.
Me and Fred did an event a few years ago in Georgia where we had like campgrounds rented,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody came and stayed. Some people put tents up.
Yep.
Then we had firearms training. We had my man Shim come out from the bus system. So we
Okay.
were doing firearms. We were doing hand to hand. We were doing ditch medicine. And then we would walk around at night when it was super dark, and we was telling me, yo, turn the lights off.
Yeah.
And everybody turned off flashlights and stuff. And then we were out there just in the darkness talking.
Uh-huh.
And we was trying to tell people to, like, notice that how we had conversation after being out here for 15, 20 minutes. Your eyes get acclimated to being in the dark.
Yeah, you don't necessarily need those flashlights.
And now you're like, wait, I can actually see a little bit. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, and we were doing that. Then we started putting people in situations because you know how Fred is. Fred is like, let's stop giving you this little pretty stuff. Let's give you real life. And we start giving people
Yeah.
scenarios like, okay, the world then fell apart. Now
Mm-hmm.
this lady over here, you got a baby.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do? Because now, like in the same situation, we're out. So it was actually some people that we left, and they were trying to find us. And we were just out, and we're like, okay. So we tell her, all right, be quiet. So they're we could see them because they had a flashlight.
Right.
So they don't even know where they are. So they're just walking because this property was huge. So they're just walking around on the property.
Was this the farm?
Nah,
Okay.
the farm is though. That's my guy rocking them.
Okay.
So rocking them farm is down the street from another property that we was doing training on,
Okay.
which is like crazy. I remember we went out there and did a search and rescue mission. Me and Fred, like, as grown men, I've never seen so many grown men come out of the woods sore, but so damn happy.
Yeah.
Because it was so much, I mean, we was out there probably for like 6, 7 hours. Like, I mean, we were legit with knives on looking for this, because we had a scenario of looking for a down team.
Okay.
So one of our guys hurt his back, so he didn't do it. So Fred ended up coming out with us. Fred was just going to film, and then Fred ended up in it. And it was just crazy. And it was a kid that his grandfather's farm, Jace. Jace at the time was probably 16. But growing up on a farm, this dude plays in the woods a lot, and we could tell.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because when I say for a 16-year-old, and we're running around in the woods trying not to be found, and then we gave him a little thermal scope to make it easier so it would make it more realistic because we're running around with night vision. When
Uh-huh.
I say he put the pressure on us, if he had confidence of being a little older, he probably would have found some of us.
Yeah.
But it was just that inexperience. But man, he was putting the pressure on us. And I mean, when I say we was out there, it got the 10 shit gear because we out there with carriers. I
Uh-huh.
mean, me, Fred, our whole team fell in like a little ditch they had. It was
Love it.
crazy, but it was a good time. I mean, we all came out sore. Then when we found the team, then we had to evac the team, but the property altogether was probably like 400 plus acres. So at
Really?
one point, the people that were on the assault team, they were
Uh-huh.
getting concerned, like, because we had flares. So like, if you really
Uh-huh.
get lost,
Yeah.
shoot the flare in there, and we're like, man, we're gonna find it out. We'll figure it out.
Right.
And then one of the guys, JP, that was with us, he was still active in the military at the time, so he like, we'll figure it out. I'm like, all right, we're gonna end up sleeping out here, huh? But we actually did get out. It was
That
crazy. And then
sounds I'm ready for that. I
it
think
was
I'm ready for that. They
it was
they
intense.
they had
Because
me.
when we found the team, one person couldn't walk or nothing, so they needed to be carried out. One person had a leg injury, one person had an arm injury, and just one person was okay. So we had to carry one person out. Now, mind you, we was in there pretty heavy, so and then it's like we were trying to stay off of the main roads because the assault team was riding
Right,
around
right, right.
in the side by side looking for us.
Oh,
So
shoot.
you're walking on uneven terrain, carrying a grown person that weighed 190 plus
Right.
dead weight. So it was interesting. I know when I came in, I took that carrier off.
Uh-huh.
Shoulders were numb and hurting for like 4 days.
What? Oh,
Because the carrier weight, when you off all adrenaline, you don't feel nothing. But when it was
right.
all said and done, I was so happy I didn't drive that day. Shout out to my man Preston P3 Tactical. He drove.
Uh-huh.
I got in the
You was
car
done.
and he didn't participate. I said, bro, we get in the car, I'm going to sleep.
Uh-huh.
I'm done. And I slept for that nice little 2 hour drive. Went home, took a hot shower, and crashed.
I'm sure.
But it was great. We've talked about that. We still talk about it. It was just so much fun.
Yeah, it sounded
People
like
need
it.
it.
I had a very abbreviated version of anything that you're talking about, and Fred was on go. He was like, "You gonna come down here? I'm gonna give you an experience," and I'm fine. I like rolling around in the dirt. I have no problem because, and we had other people out there, and he walked through the course, said, "This is this," and blah blah. I knew because I'm not little. As you can see, I'm not. So if something happened to me, I knew nobody was coming back to carry me. So I had to make sure and run the race and move the way that I needed to move for me to survive. It didn't matter about being the fastest. I was running Shelton's gear, and it was his full size AR platform. It's a Daniel Defense he had. I like
Mm,
bigger guns, so I took what what I liked. So I'm going with that. I didn't care if I had to slid down the ravine. Sure did. If I got
yep.
dirty, I didn't care. The goal was not to twist the ankle, not to get hurt. I didn't know if somebody was going to jump out because he threw that out there. I knew there was animals and snakes that could get me. You so worried about somebody else, you got to worry about the damn animals. This day house, and you invading their privacy. So just
Listen.
navigating all of that and still getting on target. That part is yeah.
Mhm.
So it was a good experience, but it was just a very small snippet. So yeah, I'm definitely ready for
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Ready for
like
something more.
Joe VQ just said that he said, and you got to also consider conditioning, because
Yeah.
most of us never wore a full kit for extended periods of time, and that's facts. Because even when I'm geared up for certain events and stuff, I might be hired for. We might be geared up with a kit, but it might be like 2, 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It's not terrible, but in that where you're walking through the woods, the
Mm-hmm.
terrain changes. Then you're doing different things. Then at some point we had to carry somebody. So then you got full gear, and then you got one end, and then three people got the other end, and y'all are walking carrying a person that's not moving. I said, man, that they had the best job. They probably took a nap.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. Get to
And
be
I
dead
mean,
weight.
and we had everything. Like we had helmets on with knives, and the counterbalance weight on the back. So it's a lot of stuff, and the condition is important, and that's one of the biggest things. Like even for the combative part of it, like one of the biggest things is I know one of the girls. I gotta try and reach out to her because I'm gonna see. She from Jersey, Skittles. I'm gonna see if she could come to the event the 23rd.
Okay.
She came to an event with me before, and I did an event for women, and we had like 29 ladies come out,
Mm-hmm.
and we all had her offer a hand to hand portion because that's what she do,
Okay. Yeah.
and we did that, and then we all did the firearms, and then one of the things that she was telling me, she was like, but a lot of ladies, she was like, you don't even understand how big conditioning is. And then she was like, listen, a lot of my training, I might start off with a 5 mile run.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll start getting into the hand to hand stuff that I'm doing. She said, because the typical person is not going to have the gas tank to chase me for 1 mile, let alone three. And
Mm-hmm.
she's like, but being able to run 5 miles and then I'm still ready to fight, most people are not going to keep up that long.
Yeah.
And if they do follow you that long, their gas tank is not going to be ready for that fight.
Yeah, I'm 100% with that as I build on my journey. I love
Mhm.
firearms because everybody can shoot it, but for you to be proficient and effective to save
Yep.
your life or somebody else, our overall wellness is critical.
Oh,
We
yeah.
don't get to just leave that over there. We got to build everything all at once because when that adrenaline gets running and just what you said, being able to run, I'm gonna take it even back a half a mile. People can't run a half a mile to get away. So yeah, overall conditioning. Yes, please invite her. Absolutely, would love to see her. I love having people different areas and bring all of those pieces together. And when other women see women in this space, it's transformative. It's
Yeah.
transformative.
And we did this one thing where she was showing women how to get out of certain holes.
Mhm.
And I think it caught people off guard because I guess when people are used to demos, they're used to everything being nice and soft.
Mhm.
So and I knew what she did because I invited her. So, and she already knew. I was like, every time when you say do this, I'm doing it hard, full speed, like. And then she was like, "Yeah, that's cool. Let's do that." She's like, "Cause I want these women to be like blown away by the capabilities. Because obviously she's smaller than me.
Mhm.
So, because I'm like 5'11", I think Skittles is like 5'4", and I weighed at the time I probably was like 200, 205. And
Mhm.
Skittles is probably like 115. And we did this one thing where I gripped her up, and before I got a solid grip, she was able to reverse it. Now we didn't, because we were still in the classroom. I was expecting to hit the ground,
Mhm.
but she stopped it, so like she broke my fall, so I kind of landed on her leg.
Mhm.
And then I'm saying, but I was ended up facing the classroom, and the lady was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." It was like that had been fast.
Yeah.
It was like things escalated real quick, and I was
Yeah.
like, "That's how violence happens." Because somebody might not just say, "Oh, I'm going to attack you." You might just get attacked, and now you in it.
Yeah.
So, because
'Cause how
and it's
many
one
times do
thing.
they really tell you, "Oh, I'm gonna attack you now"?
Yeah.
They've already planned it out. Their plan is already out there. The victim
Yep.
doesn't know.
And that's why situational awareness is so important because the gun is nice, but if you never see the attack coming, you'll probably never get to the gun.
Exactly.
So you have to be vigilant. You have to understand your safety space for
Mhm.
your reaction to things happening
Mhm.
and just being comfortable with certain situations. My motto for everybody is get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Hey, that sounds familiar. I think I've
'Cause-
heard that a few times.
yeah, and that's where growth happens. When you're uncomfortable
Yes.
and you pull these things out of yourself that you didn't know that you were capable of,
Yes. Sky's
then
the
it's like,
limit from there.
yeah, then it's like, oh, I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah. I am excited. Everything that has happened in my life has been in a situation where I was forced to be uncomfortable. Because you get comfortable in the house you live in, you get comfortable in your job or your career, you get comfortable in those spaces, but we're not meant to stay at the same level. Pressure has to be applied, and sometimes most of the time it has to be taken from us because we get comfortable. We don't want to change. We don't want to rock the boat. Sometimes God got to do it to us because we don't listen. We don't want to advance or grow. So sometimes He's like, "Oh, I got something for you." Snatch it, and then how do you react? And that's just life. It's just how do you adjust and keep moving forward?
Yep.
Yeah,
See, Joe Q hit him with another one. You don't want to get into a situation where your gun becomes our gun.
yeah, no, no,
Yeah, because now it's really about to be a real test. That's why I always tell people too: if you carry a gun, you should have a knife.
yes,
Because especially for women, because if you get grabbed and you're not physically stronger than the other person,
which is
you
most of the time.
you might have to pin that gun into that holster while they're trying to grab it and have that and get used to working that support hand on deploying a knife.
Hmm.
Because listen, I don't care how big he is, how strong they are, you poke and cut some critical areas, trauma is trauma.
Yes,
The body is going to react. They might be mad, they could be enraged, but blood loss is going to affect everybody. You're not exempt.
absolutely. And I
So,
love that part. That is stop the bleed and first aid training. That's another critical thing that we need to make sure that we're equipped with.
yep. And you'll probably use some of that before you ever use your gun.
Yes. You know how many cuts, how many just random accidents occur and people lose their lives because no one in the area knew what to do to alleviate that blood loss.
Yeah,
And
because most of the people just want to pick up their phone and be like, "Oh, world star, look at what happened."
you said world star. How old are you?
These youngins don't know about World Star.
I know. Other than you calling 911, that's all your phone is supposed to be for at that time. But yeah, you are absolutely right. But that stop the bleed training, that first aid, CPR, those are critical.
Yep.
And that
Mm.
can start
Timers and
early.
switches.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Christy? Bethany Beach. Every time I talk to you, Christy, you in a different state.
Oh,
I
that's
know
Delaware.
I move around, but sheesh, Christy be over here, and then she over there.
Hey, Chrissy. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, well, send me an invitation. I've never heard of Bethany Beach, and Delaware is right there. Huh.
Delaware got some gems.
Yeah, interesting. I was going through, of course, I had to go through Delaware to get to Maryland. I went and spoke at a tribal defense, Shawnee.
Okay.
Good people, for sure. For sure. Ah, I love meeting and interacting with different instructors in different spaces.
100%.
I
It's
like having people to refer people to because people reach
yep.
out. I was like, oh, I know somebody for you. I got somebody for you. Because some people think they gotta hoard and keep everybody. You can't service everybody. It's
Yeah.
impossible.
And that's one of the things, like, I always tell people, go train with other people because everybody's perspective is going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, we might all have the same tools. We have access to a lot of the same tools, but all of the tools in the toolbox work different for different people. Like something you may love, I might not utilize really. So
Right.
that's why I always tell people you want to go because you want all of these different variety of tools and applications from different people. And I was like, you are gonna get the meat and potatoes, which is probably gonna be similar.
Right.
Everybody has their own way of delivery.
Absolutely. And we all learn differently. So your delivery style for sure. As long as they get the message. I don't care how they get it, as long as they get it. So if they get it from you, great. They get it from me, they get it from whoever, wherever, as long as they get it. That's what's
Mhm.
important. And then can
Oh,
apply
thanks,
it.
Christy.
Mhm. Yeah. I love it. Your guns becomes our gun. No, we don't never want that.
Yeah, and you know the funny thing, I'm with the Force on Force Training Academy we're doing. It was so funny because even when I've done role playing classes with like the Mantis gun,
Uh-huh.
it's so funny how doing role play with people when they don't get the reaction they would think they would get from a person, they
Right.
freeze.
Yeah.
And then it's an awakening like that. I'd have been done for. Their gun would have became our gun because they froze and what? That's not your lines. Like if I said if you don't stay over there, I'm gonna shoot you. And
Mm-hmm.
I start walking towards you aggressive, like do it then. And if it wait,
Wait,
well,
you're supposed to
look,
not. Oh,
nobody gonna say that in real life. You don't know what somebody gonna say. Maybe they want to die.
yeah,
And
they
I
not
said,
ready to
and I
die.
said, but what did you do? You froze. I said, and it was a woman, and I at the time I was like, think about it. You're 5'3". I'm 5'11".
Right.
You weigh 115. I weigh 205. Do you really want to tussle with me over your gun?
Not at all.
And I was like, now you waited too long to be able to deploy it to where it makes sense.
Yeah. It has to be whatever the training that we have, it has to be ingrained in us. It has to be second nature. You get up, whatever you do when you get up in the morning, it's automatic. Your training needs to flow like that. Whatever yours is. If yours is going for that knife, that it has to be automatic because seconds, we have seconds and we're already behind the eight ball because whoever is meaning to do us harm, they've already mapped out their plan. Their
Yep.
plan is already there, and they probably got a partner somewhere waiting too. So we already are at a disadvantage. So we need to be at the highest level of training, so our mind will automatically click when it's time. I went to WAST in Florida.
Oh, oh my God, I gotta talk to them guys. I want to get down there and put some work in.
Oh, I had awesome experience down in Waft. And it was crazy because the reason I got to go, I went down to speak at a 2A Freedom Fest in Florida. Then there was this huge storm back in February. So I get stuck
Okay.
in Florida for an extra week.
Oh wow.
I called I'm part of Women's for Gun Rights. So I call up Diana, and she happens to be down at Waft. And she was yeah, Tony Simon was down there. He called her, and then I called her. She was like, come on.
That's
So
so funny. I was about to bring up Tony because he does a lot of 2A events for people to just come out, try some cool guns.
oh yeah, his diversity shoots,
Yep.
amazing,
The
amazing.
second is for everyone.
Yep, the second is for everyone. He actually is going to be down at WeShoot the week before my event. So Tony's going to be here there the 16th of July. So he
Oh,
works with them, and you can see any and everybody. Depending, he travels. He has at least 2 times a month. He's rotating in New Jersey, so he's bringing out, and they always got some cool guns. The guys from CNJFO, they come out and they help RSO and train the people, and they bring their guns. It's a good experience. So if
I
anybody,
might I might see if my buddy's available that night if he could pull some
okay,
because his 2011 he top tier.
ooh,
His 2011 I want one, but it's like at the same time I could buy a used car.
jeez,
So I mean
yeah,
I've had the pleasure of shooting some great guns. Like I know one of my clients that started getting into transferables. I mean, I had a couple of his to go. He's like, "Yo, I want you to zero these," and I'm just looking at him like, "Bro, you know how much all of these are worth?"
no,
And he just like, "Here, just zero them. Go have some fun, shoot them."
oh, okay.
And I did just that. I zeroed them and had some fun.
Yeah, get the experience. Yeah, I'm up for the experience because the budget is the budget.
Yep.
I have some things, but I'm on a budget. So if I get to experience other people's, I'm good with that. I am okay with that.
Ooh, I like that. Does the extreme heat humidity change anything in how you carry or train? Honestly, Christy, for me per se, no, I carry exactly the same when it's hot. Uh, only thing that's different is staying hydrated more because you got to be fit for that fight. You don't want to be passed out in the middle of a scuffle. That won't be good.
That's the worst thing. Did you see that recent video where it was a security officer? Oh, the guy he gets him and he starts humping him
Yo,
after
I
he took him down. That's the most. That's it. I do armed security. I do armed security at clubs. Yeah. And Christy
that
question,
was wild.
yes. But
That
it's eye opening.
that was crazy. And I mean, this is the reality of it. When people say, "What's the worst part about getting in a fight, getting punched in the face?" I
Hmm.
would say the worst part is getting knocked out like that, and you figure, all right, it's over. But that was crazy.
Because
Like,
you get knocked out, you don't know what's happening to you
yeah,
when you're out.
he was trying to get his bearings back together, and main man just, and now you got sexually assaulted too. It's crazy.
Yeah, just I, but it was a good video for people to see because that's a real thing that could happen while
Yeah,
you're out.
and I like how Jova Q said clothing dictates what's the EDC primary for the day. And you, so all right, so that's one. I'm glad you said that, Jova Q, because the one thing that will change. I'm not gonna say my EDC changes because I rarely. And I'm actually glad you said it because I reached out to this company that's supposed to be sending me like a little 2011. It's like Glock 48 size. So
Oh,
that might change, but I've been sticking with this 2011 carry. But even when it's hot, I dress for, I dress including the gun, depending on what I'm doing. If I'm going to the beach, obviously I'm not planning on carrying a 2011 to the beach. But then there's crossbody bags.
yes.
And yup. And if you get into the summer, that might be something that you could just an option. But as I tell everybody, if you don't buy it and put some work in the house, don't carry it. Because crossbody bags take getting used to.
They do.
But once you get it, like now, once you've seen them, I've seen them enough to kind of get the dynamic of it, and you have to set it up in the position that works best for you. But once you get it and you're proficient with it, then rock out.
Yeah. I mm. For me, I have different jobs, so my dress changes frequently. But I have like two or three that are in rotation, and I usually have it'll go from I don't usually promote people, but this is what I have. That 43X does what it does, but then with my other job, that Glock 45, that works
That
too.
that's probably the best gun Glock has ever dropped, the Glock 45.
It's like the baby. It's like a baby. The 17 and 19 got together and had a baby. It was perfect,
You
and
know?
it's still concealable on me because I can conceal a 45, but I wear what I wear, and I dress for, of course, where I gotta go, but I dress for my gun. I don't know. Some people they be like, oh, I don't know. I think with most women, and I'll speak for myself, most of us wear some type of undergarment or shapewear of some sort. If you can wear shapewear, you can conceal carry. That's it. There's if you could wear Spanx or any of these other undergarments, you can carry on body, no question. Just think of it like that.
Donnie, I think the Rock Island is such a phenomenal shooter for a lot of people because it's the crossover appeal. When you
Hmm.
used to shooting a double action gun and you get introduced to 2011s, you're kind of like, oh, this is different in a
Yeah.
great way. That's why I've been carrying 2011s since I started working with Jacob Gray because I didn't even like him to be honest.
You can't not like Jacob Graves.
But it was just like I wasn't a fan. I was like, they, oh, we want to give you this. I was like, yeah, I'll probably give it back. I did, and I still have it
I know you do.
because I fell in love with it. It was just, but then it just started. All right, okay, cool. I might not want to work with this expensive of a gun, so then I started diving into other stuff. Okay, let me see how good this budget gun is gonna work, and if it's gonna have hiccups, and
Right.
then just beat the brakes off of it. Oh yeah, Christy, let me know Warrior Poet Society. And yeah, outdoor ranges in Texas and Colorado, that'd be good because I'll be traveling, Christy, doing some of these active courses, like especially with the combat pistol triage course I'm doing.
Ooh,
Definitely want to get some work in. So we definitely need to be outside, have people working in the element.
yes. The rain, the heat.
Oh yeah. I mean, the only time I've ever said I'm gonna do a class a different time is when I was going to fly out to Arizona and do a class. And the guy was like, "You sure you want to come?" I was like, "Man, no, let's get it done." He said, "There'll probably be like 120 degrees that week." I said, "Okay, we'll wait till November when it's normal time."
Normal time. Let's see.
Yeah, like, I want to, let's do like a 103 or something like that, 105. I
One,
know in Philly with this heat wave, it was crazy. It was like 110.
yes. Jersey was right there with you. It
Yeah.
finally broke this weekend.
And I loved it. It's actually cool out here now. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. Why is it Rock Island closing the EDC? Let's see what else. No. Okay. Well, sir, I it was good talking to you and your people that jumped on. I am super excited for you coming down to my Naturally Armed Range Day. We're gonna be at WeShoot in Lakewood, New Jersey, July 23rd, 6 to 9. So it's not just a range event, it's a calendar photo shoot. It's my birthday and it's a community range event. We're gonna be talking about civic engagement, advocacy, basics. Then you're gonna get inside to get some one-on-one live fire concierge training. in that little period of time. So again, it's just about building community, building awareness, and just exposing people to what is actually out there and telling them that they can do this, they should do this. And now we're gonna show you how.
Yep. And you gonna come out and shoot some great guns.
Oh yeah.
I know I'm two of the 2011s. I'm bringing tonight, so
Okay. Whatever you bring, I'm shooting. It don't even matter.
yeah, you gonna love it. And Christy, advice on getting my 72-year-old mom to carry her new pistol on body.
Nice.
Tell her to walk around the house with it unloaded, because a lot of times it's just for people to get comfortable with carrying a foreign object on the body, and it does take certain adjustments. But I think once she sees that she could carry comfortably, then it's all easy after that. Then it's like, oh, I really don't have to adjust too much to carry a gun all the time. Then it becomes easier to do. So I would say introduce her to comfortable options on body to carry, which would be a nice holster. I always suggest Kydex because you want something that's going to secure your firearm. A lot of people do go with nylon. I'm not a fan of nylon. I mean, leather is better than nylon, but if you ask me, in my opinion, Kydex is going to be the best because it's durable. You don't have to worry about it when it's hotter and you might sweat more. It's
Mhm.
just going to be what it is. You don't have to worry about washing it and stuff like that. So that's why I'm a fan of Kydex. Not to mention you get that security of how it clicks in. And I get it. I know people say, well, you could get a nylon with the strap around the back. Like now imagine trying to fumble with that strap and somebody trying to stab you or punch you in the face or have already punched you in the face. You're not gonna be thinking about that strap unless you practice and train that often. So different things to just, you know, think about.
I tell the women, do your laundry, wash your clothes, cook, do everything you normally do in and around the house. And whatever it is you normally have on, if you got on slippers, do it like that.
Yep,
It's just do it constantly, and then you be like, okay, now I'm going to load the magazine, and then do it again, and just keep doing it, and
yep,
then one in the chamber, and just do it. It becomes second nature. You have it on, you don't realize you have it on.
yeah. Like I'm more liable to walk out the house without my wallet than my gun.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Be like, yo, dang, I lost my wallet. Thank God for Apple Pay. Got the
Yeah,
gun though.
yeah, you got it. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. And then the check, the practice runs before you go out the house with your firearm. Whatever
Yep.
it is you have on, however you're carrying, you're holstering, you need to get some dry fire right before you leave out that house with exactly what you have on. Because you might have dry fire practice with whatever comfortable outfit. Oh yeah, it works perfectly then, but you don't have on that dress or you don't have on that two piece. You need to practice with exactly what you have on before you leave out that house.
Also practice drawing from a holster in the car if you drive.
Yes.
To just understand the different nuances of how you need to move your body and things you need to do. So just always prepare for everything that you do. If you drive, you need to prepare to get to that gun while you're in the car. Now, that don't mean go sit up in the public park practice pulling a gun out. Do
Please
so
don't.
when you're in your cars in your garage.
Please don't do that.
I don't want to see nobody on the news, especially in Jersey, because listen, I ain't gonna lie. I see my neighbor doing it. I might call the cops.
Yeah, it's the thing. You deal with it
I
after you
might not say
call.
you
You're
got
not
a gun
scared.
because I ain't trying to cause a whole lot of crazy problems. Or I'm like, this weird guy. Can you make sure my neighbor okay? They just outside acting different today. It's a little hot. They might be a little delirious over there.
It is true. That seatbelt, how it falls on you, where you're carrying it, it's important to practice.
Yep. You
All
have to
right.
defeat everything that gets in the way of you getting to the gun. Appendix is probably one of my favorites for being in the car.
It is. It is. It doesn't. You can navigate around that belt. If it's over 3 o'clock, you in trouble.
Yep.
You in trouble. for
Then
sure.
you just got used to that body pivot,
Mhm.
and staging becomes important.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then what hand does what with getting the seatbelt off.
Mhm.
You just
It's a
want to
lot of
practice
practice.
things until it's just natural.
A lot of practice. A lot of practice, and just pick one thing and work and build that, and then add the next one, because it is a lot of stuff to try to do all at once. Not trying to tell anybody to do it all at once. Pick one thing, master
Hmm.
that, and then add the next one, and then
Yep.
add the next one, and just build the tools.
I like that. Drove a cue levers, right hand draw while in the driver's seat. Yep.
I can't draw there.
And I'm glad he said that too. And this is another thing you want to think about. And I did a couple videos on this. And these are things that help you think when you're concealed carrying too. Can you get to your gun with your support hand if your arm or shoulder becomes injured? If you're holding somebody, but you know you're gonna need this gun, can you
Yeah.
get to it with your support hand, or do you have to disengage? Do you have to transition what you're doing? Things that you need to know.
Where's your knife placed?
The knife should definitely be on the opposite side of the gun, so that way you got to go to on both sides. You can have a knife on the gun side too, but you should have one on the left side too,
Yes.
on your support side. And be proficient with deploying it, because if somebody get to grabbing on you, that knife will probably get them off you.
Hmm.
And that knife will probably, I can't say it's a guarantee, but that knife will probably get them off you. And whatever they thought they were about to do, the knife will probably change their mind.
Yep. And that's what you want. You want them to change their mind and change their decision and go over there. Go
There you
someplace
go.
else. That's it.
Economy of motion.
Yeah. Love it. Who else we got?
Joe Q, y'all gotta let me, I gotta hit time up, so y'all let me know when y'all doing the next Recce class.
Yeah.
Come out, get this Daniel defense more dirty.
Ooh. That sounds like a plan. That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, when we set it up, I'm gonna see what they talk about, see what it look like. And if they're cool with it, I'll bring the Mark 18 out
Okay.
and let people get a chance to, try suppressed and all of that.
Okay. Yeah. For sure. Offline, you just shoot me. Then I could reach out to them and we can coordinate and see what we can make happen.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I think people would really love that.
It would. For sure. All right.
It gives them a little lights, a little fire. Like I gotta get here.
Exactly. So one more time. July 23rd,
Mm-hmm.
WeShoot, Lakewood, New Jersey, Naturally Armed Community Range Day with dun, 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 guest instructor, Byron the
Yeah, in the
Instructor.
building. Joe Q, listen, that's how we do it, man. If it ain't raining, we still, even if it's raining, we still training, man. Rain, shine, sleet, hell.
Yeah. Who else is on? So thank you everyone for jumping on. I'm getting to meet and interact with some people that I had never interacted with before. So I'm so excited. If any of you are close enough that you can get to the range event, would love to have you. If not, we can coordinate something else because we can always make it happen. I'm always up for a range day. And I have no problems with traveling to PA or any
Yeah.
place else.
Trust me, you gonna like the force on poor stuff when we open it up. All right,
I
well, I'm
will.
gonna let you know when we do our next little demo day, so to speak.
Okay, for sure. For sure.
Well, you'll get to meet a couple. You already met me, but you'll get to meet some of the other instructors that'll be there doing some. Now, what you thought was it? Now let's test it.
Absolutely. We got to be pressure tested.
Mm-hmm. Sully, what up, my guy?
Sully the shooter,
Is on Route 22 still open?
RTSP. Yeah, RTSP is still there.
Mm. See Joe can get around, man.
Yes, it's some good ranges here in Jersey for sure. There's some good ranges. Gun for Hire is there. WeShoot. You got Union Hill Gun Club, RTSP. There's a few. There's a few for sure. Recoil, Long Shot, Sea Caucus. It's a couple of good spots.
Sully, man, we gotta get a range day in, bro. The grind has been on 2,000, but we gotta get a range day in, my boy. We're gonna get Sully to come out to the Force on Force event too and
Okay,
get some work in.
that sounds good.
You're gonna enjoy it. The pressure cooker is real. But it's one of the best places where you, and I mean, yeah, when you get shot, it hurt. But that's the whole point. Because if you don't feel nothing, you'll treat it like it's a game.
Right,
So, but when it hurts, you go home with some marks. You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this different next time because now you know what didn't work,
right.
and it's better to find that out in a situation where you go home with a little bruise or two,
Blues.
but
Yeah.
you're going home.
Yes. The goal is to go home
You
and to
don't
get.
want to find out. Oh, my man, paper chasing. I feel you, bro. I don't even know what a day off is out here. Like, what's that? People like, when you off? Off. Never off. What do you? You mean, did I reserve some time to rest? Yes, I did, but I'm not off.
Yeah, that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
Reserve some time to rest. Well, this was my weekend. I didn't have to work because I don't call this working. This is just talking to good people about
Oh,
good things
yeah.
for the community. This don't count. No, absolutely not. So I actually got to stay in the house that I paid this all this money for. So it was a good weekend.
Exactly. So, you already know 2A Summerfest, July 17th and 18th, Huntsville, Alabama. We're about to come tear it up.
Ah, so jealous. That's all right.
Next year is going to be closer.
Next year is gonna be
Laura
closer.
willing, these partnerships continuously pour in. Cause one, me and Sully had some discussions about working with it, but somebody else we know had the contact, and they were just kind of in the way. So it's hard dealing with stuff through somebody.
Mhm.
So now I'm actually going to deal with them directly, just because I can't set up something and I'm dealing through another individual. I got to deal with people directly,
Absolutely, absolutely.
especially when the person isn't reliable. So.
And that usually gets shown very early on. So
Yeah, and I mean, I knew that. That's why I was like, when I dig the idea, I dig what we were gonna be able to do for the VIPs,
okay,
but I also knew it wasn't gonna happen with that particular person playing the connector.
right.
So we're just like, okay, cool. I already got a couple connects. I'm gonna go ahead and move over here with this and make that happen.
Yeah. Don't stop no show. Absolutely
Nope.
not. And in the dark.
Like everything must continue.
Absolutely. The mission will continue.
Yep.
Cut out the plug.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to, man. You gotta get that direct source. I know I must have a nail in my tire because my tire pressure should not have went down. It's crazy.
Yeah. All right. Well, sir, it has been a pleasure.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, we're gonna talk offline. I'm gonna get you that information so we can see how we can bring those wonderful things you have down here to my July 23rd community range event. I'm super excited to have you down here.
It's gonna
I'm
be
gonna get
crazy.
you.
It's gonna be a fun time.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. You're gonna be eye candy. Because most of my events are women, and I tell all the men that come to my events, if you're okay with being eye candy, if you're not, get comfortable being uncomfortable. But but it's all in good fun. It's good. The men that come to my events, they're all about women's empowerment, and my
Yep,
experience with you has been nothing but that. So they need to see men supporting women along this journey. So
exactly. And making it a fun, learning environment where that doesn't have to be so uptight and tense. You can relax, you're going to be educated, and you're going to have a good time.
all of the above. Mhm. All right, sir. I will talk to you soon.
All right.
All right. Bye bye.
Talk to you soon.